Hello, I'm Liz, one of Derry's reference librarians, and welcome back to another episode of Misinformation Busters. Once a week, we tackle a rumor or false or misunderstood information, and we try to separate fact from fiction. This week, we're talking about gas prices and what effect the U.S. president has on said prices. So, what's the story? Well, in case you haven't noticed, we recently had a presidential election here in the United States, and we have a new president-elect. And with that, we see a lot of rhetoric on social media about what's going to change, tax prices going up or down, and this just happens every election cycle. And one thing that I've noticed every election cycle is the idea that depending on who is president, the gas prices will either go up or go down. So this begs the question, does the President of the United States actually have that much impact on our gas prices, or are these memes just baseless insinuation? So, what are the facts? According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the price of gas is mostly determined by crude oil prices. Here's the breakdown for 2019 in terms of what we pay per gallon. 54% is crude oil price, 18% is state and federal taxes, 15% is distribution and marketing, and 13% is refining costs and profits. And that's why certain brand stations are cheaper and gas might be more expensive in certain states. If anything, state taxes can have more to do with the cost of gas than the president or where you live in relation to a distribution source. The economy also has a lot to do with gas prices, but we're not just talking about the national economy. It's the global economy, and believe it or not, that's a little bigger than the U.S. president. If the economy is doing well, there's more demand for gas overall, and the price of crude oil can go up and gas prices can rise. Brian Walsh of Time magazine actually wrote back in 2012 that higher gas prices are a sign of a strong economy. However, other stuff can affect gas prices as well, such as unrest in the Middle East, where a lot of crude oil comes from, tensions with other nations that provide oil too. And you might say, but we actually get a lot of our oil from Canada or domestically. Well, a lot of the global market and global events affect the price of crude oil on a global scale. So even if we are getting crude oil from, say, Canada or from the United States, the price of crude oil going up will affect gas prices overall, regardless of where it's coming from. So where does the president fit in here, if at all? Well, if a president isn't completely neutral when it comes to this stuff, but they tend to have a more indirect effect rather than a direct effect. The president can make economic decisions that can affect the price of crude oil, as well as diplomatic decisions and environmental decisions. So it's not inaccurate to say that a president can have some impact on gas prices, but it is inaccurate to say that the president will automatically lead to higher or lower gas prices. If anything, that just ignores the complexity of the world market. Thank you for watching, and as always, look for sources in the comments, and if you want to do some research, you can use our EBSCO databases available through the library's website. And I'll see you next week.